Hello, Cherie Hanson here. The topic that I want to get a grip on today is the topic of sexual abuse, the topic of how sexual abuse is a sign of the victor. It was used in ancient times by the victorious armies to show the conquered race, city, country that they were, in fact, the ones who were spreading their DNA over the country and nobody else had a right to. So what we have is we have this tie to the past that we hold on to. If it was done in the past, it must be all right. If it was normal in the past, it must be okay. And when I was growing up, males dominated. And they dominated to the point where there was no child services for children who were raped in their homes. There was no protection for women who were attacked or raped in the street. And today even, there are some countries, I just read the other day, that have 10,000 rape kits a year that are collected that are never looked at. They go through the motions of collecting the rape kit, but then they do not proceed any further. Our job is to get in a place where we look at it, where we do proceed further, where we do say, yes, it is happening. Yes, I have the strength to look at it. I have the strength to know about it. I have the strength to talk about it. But we need to talk about it in a way, and I'm just going to read some of the statistics I got this morning. In the United States of America, they have 65,000 children that are reported rape a year. Now that's reported. That's reported. And just let your mind hang on that for a while. 4.7 million women in Canada are raped a year. So what about this situation? Are we in a place where we're starting to see that rape is not a sexual act? And let me just go through this with you. It's not about sex. It's not about, men can't control their sexual drive and they've got to spread the DNA and there's a biological imperative. It's none of that. What it is the soldiers that were raping and attacking the conquered females in the land that they moved into were damaged. They had seen too much war. They had seen too much cruelty. They were not whole. And here is the thing that's so interesting to look at. Anybody that has gone through horrific experience in a war field, in a battle, is now deformed. They're deformed in their ability to attach in a normal, kind, and loving way. Some of them manage to get therapy. Some of them manage to look inside and say, oh man, that really changed me. But what happens for a lot of men is they're left alone with their scars and their wounds, and they're damaged. And the society is not moving in to give them the support, the counseling, the love that they need. And so what happens is, I like what the idea that ideas are viral. You can catch them. I catch ideas from my tribe, my cohorts, my country, people my age, people who look like me. I catch them. And I got them, and I internalize them, and I walk around with them. So, when you have people who are very broken, not protecting their children, then the children in turn become far more likely to take their anger, their rage, the horror that they hold in their hearts out on other people. Now, where does it stop? My belief is, if we could have a culture where small children are systematically provided with all their needs, food, housing, warmth, affection, support, we would have far more instances of compassionate, kind, and caring people who are parenting, who are running children's groups, who are in the society. Where do you stop it? You don't move in when the bridge is already cracked and falling in. You make the strength in it when you're building it. When you're building the bridge, you make sure it can hold all of the shifting of the ground and the weather and the cars. So when we're building a person, we need to be in a place where we're very mindful of what can go wrong. I had the feeling when I was young that there was nothing out there to protect me. There was nothing that could keep me from suffering. Not the school system, not child protective services, not my mother, not my father, not the neighbors. And so what happens when you're in that state is you become an exile from yourself. The only thing you can do is run away from your own memories. The only thing you can do is feel like somehow you are guilty, you have shame, there's something wrong with you, and so you run away from yourself. And how do we stop it? We stop it, first of all, by talking about the fact that rape has been passed down through our culture for 1,000 years. The dominant male right to have sex with anyone this person feels like is the idea behind this. And we need to get rid of it. When somebody famous commits rape and nothing happens, we're still living in that paradigm. Oh, but, he's really a good person. Or, oh, that wonderful entertainer, we can't do anything about that. And what stops us from doing the renovation, what stops us from coming to a place where we can stand on the top of the hill and see the whole landscape, is we are saying, I can't handle the truth. It's too much for me. The problem is the only way to stop this is to see it. The only way to stop it is to start getting our focus on protection of the children, making sure they have a beautiful period of life from under the age of 7 so that they are not carrying a virus of anger and hatred out into the world. And thus the cycle begins again. The war begins again. The trauma is passed on. It's like somebody sitting in a crowded plane and there's coughing and you're going to get whatever anybody else has. So 2 ways that we react to the information about rape is, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to know it. And the other one is anger. It's just like, string him up. You know? Neither one of those is a solution to the problem. The only solution to the problem is love, is taking care of people, is stopping it by building into our system a way of creating whole, strong, secure people. And that's what I have to say about that today. I know you just wanted to talk about rape today, didn't you? Just look out the window. It's a pretty day. Let's talk about rape. But do really think about how we can reconstruct our culture so we're protecting children and we're making sane, compassionate adults. We could get on that. How about that? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want a psychic reading, my channel is very clear. It's very, very accurate. And I can work with you to create a contract with yourself so that you can get to a place where you are healthier and happier and just know how to move through the world without hurting anybody. Isn't that what we really want? Not like a tank, more like just a kite in the sky. I appreciate you.